Hey, so for this week's Alteryx Weekly Challenge, I solved this and then I've now can't find my solution at all. So I thought I'd build it live with you instead. Now, many people are having trouble getting the right time out of this challenge, and I remember having the same issue, so we'll see how it goes. But let's just get on with this. So it's all about taking this information about when cars are passing through tolls, and finding out, the maximum or the total time that a car's been on the road and how much of a toll they have paid. So first of all, I think we need to do some reshaping of this data. So I'm going to transpose all of these times so that I can clean those columns a lot easier. So I'm going to group by the ID and the plate ID and just transpose those other times down, which is great. So I know that I'm only going to really want the number of the toll. So I'm just going to pass that out quickly using a bit of regex. I just want the numerical part of this name column. So let's do that. I use my \d in capture brackets, and I pass that out. I'll call this toll number or toll number. There we go, toll number, great. Then I also will want to make this into, I think I'm going to, what's the output looking like? Okay, so that's the total time. I think that's in hours in the end. I remember from last time, maybe minutes. Anyway, I think the easiest way to deal with the time in this case, as it's like, no, okay. Let's think about this. Do I want to make this into a time or? Yes, I do. I do want to make this into a time. So let me use a formula tool, I think is what I'm going to use. And we'll add a new column to call it a time. And we're going to do a datetime pass on that. And that is in the value column at the moment, which we're going to select there. And we're going to use a datetime format. So I believe that these are all capital letters here. So it's percentage H for the hours, and there's a dot between them, percentage M for the minutes, and there's a dot between them, and percentage S for the seconds. We'll see if that works. I'm not sure it will, but okay, yeah, that works. So now that's, if we then store that as a time, then we can use some datetime functions on it in a minute. Awesome. So we're getting closer. Let's just get rid of a couple of these columns because these are our messier columns. Now we have those cleaned up. So great. So we've got our toll numbers, all the times that we're going through there. Wonderful. Now in this other section, then we've got the sort of segments that they go between. So probably we want our data to reflect that kind of structure of the commas in between the tolls. So I think a little multi-row formula here might be nice to just bring it up next to there. Yeah, I think that will work. Let me just check with the segments. Yeah, it's always a lower number and then a higher number. Ooh, but then it's like 2 for arm. But then I guess if you're at 2, okay, let's filter out all these nulls initially. That would help. Let's get rid of the nulls. And then, I'm not at the right place there. There we are. Filter out the nulls of the value column. Time, whatever, is not null. Great. And then let's just make sure that we've got, for all the IDs and plate IDs, that's sorted in the right toll number order. So we'll do a sort here, ID, sorry, let's do it by ID, and plate ID, and we'll make sure the toll number is also signed in. So then we're going to use our multi-row formula just to group by the ID. And we're just going to update now. We'll create a new field to call it segment, like they've called it in the other table here. And we're going to make this a string field. And we're just going to say our current toll number, plus a comma plus the row below its toll number. So row plus 1 toll number. Awesome. And we'll see if that runs. I'm not sure if the number's being stored as a number. No, that's fine. Cool. It doesn't really matter that our 6 here isn't getting anything, because obviously that's the end destination. We don't really care about that, what happens after that. So then we're going to do a similar sort of thing for the multi-row formula for the time in between these two tolls. So multi-row formula, and we'll call this time between, and we'll do, I'm going to go into the functions here to find the date time diff, because I'm never quite sure going between Tableau and Alteryx which one should be which. So I think that in Alteryx it is the larger number that you put down first, so the larger time, or the time later in the future, should I say. And then this one will be our current time, and our difference, well, we want it to kind of be seconds, I guess. So, because that's kind of the lowest denomination there, let's just have a look back at our data. Yeah, there is second differences as well, so let's see how that looks for us. Nice, yep, that looks about right. Now I think we're ready to join these two together, so we get our toll information. So let's just join together those segments. So it's called segment here. What was it called? Oh, it's called segment there. Awesome. I must have spelled segment wrong myself. Cool. So if we join those together, nice. And we haven't lost any records. Oh, we have lost some. Oh, we've lost all those ones. Yeah, the end bit that we don't really need, which is fine. Cool. And we haven't lost anything from here. Nice. I assume that's all good. So now we just want for each, is it for each play ID? Yep, we want to know the total time they spent on the road and the total tolls. Awesome. So that just means we need a summarize tool, group on play ID. We need to sum up this time in between. Oops, did not choose the right option there. Sum there, and also sum our toll. We'll call this like total toll and total time. I could spell that, yep, total time. And then we run that. Let's check, for example, if at least our toll is right. Yep, the toll is looking right. 625 3 times and then a 7.5. 625 3 times, 7.5. Cool. Now their time is definitely looking like it's in minutes, so we'll change this into minutes just by doing a nice. We could actually, I wonder if I just change it here to be the minutes that we're doing the minutes, rather than, you know, going through that palaver of changing our output later. 129. Cool. I mean, I've seen in other solutions that this is what they're getting, the 129, and that sort of thing. So I'm quite happy with that as the final solution. No one seems to be getting the time right. So awesome. I'm really happy with that. And I hope that you enjoyed that quick build out the weekly challenge as I go. So thanks.